The ultimate midnight gold making tool is back for midnight launch. So many players made millions from this last expansion, so let's have a look at the Kaychak crafting sheet this time. The guide section has been updated, so even if you use the Wall of Inversion, then you need to read this again. Some things have been updated and are a bit different this time. The materials page is basically exactly the same. Import the prices from the auction house. We use the peach coloured cells to override the imported prices if we want to, and it updates throughout the entire sheet. Overview page is pretty similar as well, just gives you a good idea of what's going on with each profession. Each tab has links to and back to the overview page to get around the sheet easier. Some of the information here is fixed, so it's always going to show you like copper, tin, silver, prospecting at rank 1 and 2, that's always going to be there. But some things like alchemy, there's one here for potions, flasks and files for example, and the one it's showing you is whatever is currently the most profitable. So the most profitable file, the most profitable flask, etc. as it is at the moment. It's the same with Disenchanting as well, it's showing you the best current dust, the best current shard and the best current crystal disenchants on this here. Enchants basic crafting then. Like last time, we have a mini guide on each tab telling you what you should be doing for profession gear, knowledge, buffs, all that sort of stuff. Each one has a minimum knowledge setup, but the requirements are low at the moment because we're at the start of the expansion. Priority with this sheet was to make it usable on day 1, which it is. We have resourcefulness at the top here. As we upgrade our profession, we can simply change whatever percentage resourcefulness we have and the sheet will update accordingly. Use it from day 1. And as you get better, just edit this. Nothing else to worry about. Disenchanting, this is simulating I think 22 different potential disenchanting shuffles. And then at the top left here, we are showing the current best options for each. Resourcefulness on the crafter that's making whatever you're disenchanting can make quite a bit of difference. So you can edit this at the top here. For example, hide worker's cover from level working may be the best current disenchanting dust shuffle. But if your level worker sucks and you have an awesome blacksmith, then that may make that shuffle better for you. A note here, as this video is getting made before midnight release, these are not properly imported numbers. They are basically random numbers you're seeing for prices on the sheet at the moment. So things look a bit messed up when you look at the profits, crafting costs, all that sort of stuff. That's normal. Obviously, it's not going to look like that when you scan this properly on release. On to Shattering next. Basic shatter simulations at the top. Simple. And then down here, we have Disenchanting into Radiant Shatter simulation. This is the best current rare disenchant into a Radiant Shatter, for example, and the overall profit margins for that. I just added a few extra shuffles into this tab this time around that you may find useful, especially at the start of the expansion. Oils, basic crafting here, not a lot to say, just update the resourcefulness and multi-craft numbers to your own. Dual crafting, same again, just lots of crafting here, update your multi-craft and resourcefulness as you get better with your profession. Prospecting calculator, exactly the same as last time. It's going to tell you your average output, profit, loss, etc. Everything, what's worth doing and when it's worth doing it. Prism shuffles, this is new in midnight, another potential shuffle opportunity here. Basically, turning gems into different gems, hopefully at a profit. Keep an eye on this one and it'll tell you. Alchemy is just general crafting again. Just keep those crafting stats updated and you can use this from day 1 and midnight until the end of the expansion. Transmutes calculator, formatology is gone. Transmuting is nowhere near as good as it, but it's something, and we can transmute motes, materials, along with a few other little bits. Inscription, vertical integration starts kicking in now, so the numbers on this sheet assume you're crafting at all stages. So a codified Azurite needs soul ciphers. Soul ciphers need ink needs pigments, and pigments are made from herbs. The sheet is calculating your codified Azurite as if you were starting with crafting from start to finish. You're milling herbs, crafting inks into ciphers, into codified Azurites, and that's how the codified Azurite number is coming. The profit margin you're seeing on the final crafted will be significantly different to what an add-on can show you, which will only calculate that last stage. So the crafting process you're going through that you're seeing a calculation for is much different. This is one of the biggest strengths of using this sheet, is that you can see how profitable it actually is to craft from start to finish with things like this. Transcribing and inscribing, this is here, ready to go, but it's still not working on the beta. Never worked. Less than 3 weeks from release at the moment, so hopefully this will be working before release and not just get binned, otherwise this tab might be going. Tailoring, blacksmithing, leather working, just lots of crafting, lots of vertical integration, but it's all very similar to the other stuff we've looked at so far. Recycling calculator for engineering, another little thing, like prospecting, that it's really nice to have a crafting sheet for, as this would be very difficult to know what to do otherwise. Cooking, I have a tab on here, but it won't be on the released version of the sheet. Basically, it was very difficult to test it on the beta because we had sort of very limited resources. I could not do enough testing to justify putting it on the sheet, so that will come later on. And that's normal with the sheet. Like last expansion, we developed it over the course of the whole expansion, and it will be the same again. We will develop this over time and we'll get continuous updates for it as and when we can. This is obviously not quite the released version, but everything you've seen on here should be ready for midnight launch, minus the cooking, maybe the inscribing if that doesn't get fixed, like we said, unless something dramatic pops up, which, could potentially happen. Now, if you want to try something like this out, I've made the War Within version free to everyone. There's a video in the description below, and if you go there, it's going to tell you how to download and use the War Within version for free if you want to try it out. If this is useful to you and you want to support on Patreon, that's great and appreciated. But this is a tool and it still needs good gold making decisions to go along with it. It doesn't make gold for you, it just gives you information. So please don't sign up on Patreon if you just think this is going to make you like millions and millions of gold without putting some sort of effort in. You still need to put the effort in, you still need to make the decisions. This is just helping you make those decisions. At the time this video is uploaded, the crafting sheet has not yet been released. It will be released maybe a day before Midnight Early Access goes live. I'll still be tweaking it right until the end. The Patreon link to get access is in the description below. For Midnight release, we are doing a 65% discount on annual signups to Patreon. You need to use the code on Patreon for that. That's linked in the description below, as well as in the pinned comment. Thank you for your time. Thank you for those who choose to support, and see you next time.